Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hope everyone's doing well today. Let me get this live stream set up real quick and we'll be good to go. Gotta get some kind of thumbnail going also. Happy Friday. Good to see you, Tracy. Zeke, good to see you. Guys, make sure if you're getting here early, you drop a like on the stream. Really appreciate everyone doing that. Just getting things started here. Yeah, I'm a bit tired myself, but that's all right. You just got to jump right into it, I feel. Crypto Clay, good to see you. Oh, I'm live. Good to see you, Stefan, over in the TikTok chat. Wow, I'm surprised no one was complaining about the volume. Just jack that up for you guys. Normally when I have the volume that low, I have 15 comments saying volume, volume, volume. But that should be figured out now. There it is. There's the volume comment. So it looks like as of now, XRP hasn't had the momentum it's needed to break out through the top here. Doesn't mean we won't do it. It just means right now, it looks like we have a bit of rejection. So it got rejected there, here. But found support quite a few times on this bottom also. So you found support here, here, here. And now we'll see what happens. It could be that XRP comes back down to $1.12-ish, $1.10. Chops in here before breaking out. Or it's possible we don't need to do that and we break out a lot earlier. But there's no question that we have some kind of ceiling in place here. And then we have a support that's kind of coming in underneath that. We change the color of these bars so they're a little easier to see. How's the cold brew this morning? The cold brew is pretty good. Not that fancy, but it's pretty solid stuff. I'm getting a little bit spoiled on it now. Now I'm like used to it. Like my old one was so bad and then I switched to this new one that was really good, but now I'm like getting a little spoiled on it. So now I don't feel like, oh, it's incredible. I just feel like it's kind of normal. Let's see, anything interesting going on in the market? What do we got? I haven't really scrolled through X this morning yet. Crypto Clay, that Georgia pilot, I remember talks about that a while ago. Are discussions kicking back up around Georgia with their CBDC with Ripple? I do remember that being in the news a while ago, but I kind of haven't heard about it in a minute. Important to realize that most of these countries move pretty slow. Chadwick, good to see you. Hulls Balls, what up, what up? Good to see you, Hulls Balls. Guys, make sure to smash the like button if you're getting here early. We can take a quick look at XRP market real quick, see what's going on the XRP Ledger token side. Solo, Phoenix, Army, Corium, XP Market, BTC, MXI, ETH, XRPL, Healthcare, Pongo, Drop. What's Drop at? Ooh, Drop's pumping a little bit. Wow. Yeah, Drop's pumping. Bear's doing all right. RLUSD. Let's see what's going on with RLUSD. Pumping. Market cap is 6.4 million on the XRP ledger. See what else we got to take a look at here. See, Drop looks like Drop went up a decent amount. Yeah, it looks like Drop's got a bit of a reversal coming in. You know what? Oh, this is the Drop dollar chart. Interesting. Okay, this is the Drop dollar chart. Still good to see that. Yeah, XPM is doing. All right, a little sell off on the XPM token, but still looking very good. We had a bit of a breakout and then kind of coming back to earth. AMM rankings, it looks like not much has changed here. Looks like TVL continues to rise though. Close to 50 million TVL. 111 million XRP locked. Farming. No rewards for me to claim right now. Burn 6.4K XPM. And yeah, we'll take a quick look at DApp rankings. First Ledger, XP Market, and Magnetic, XRP Cafe, Sologenic. Those are always the top ones. Quick review of what's going on the XRP ledger. Doge is pumping right now. All right, we'll take a look at Doge. Yeah, wow, Doge is pumping. Look at that. Let me pull it up real quick. So this is what we got on Doge. Back up to 36 cents. Here's the weekly chart for Doge on the log scale. Things look pretty good for Doge. Wow. Yeah, this chart looks all right. Looks like we're getting a nice little recovery. And if Doge can kind of work its way back to this level, things are going to look really good for Doge. Just got to pop up there. Everything is climbing except XRP and XLM. It doesn't really look like much is. I mean, over the past 7 days, XRP's up more than most things. So I don't know about that. XRP's up 9%. The rest of the market's up like either nothing or a couple percent. Looks like ADA is up pretty big. Stellar is up 22%. Hedera 10. All right, there's some good green over this week. Wasn't a bad week, all things considered. All right, let's see what's going on with the news real quick. Oh, this is fascinating. Hold up. I don't think I've talked about this yet. Let me just find it. So guys, if this doesn't tell you the dramatic shift we're in, I'm not sure what will. XRP has just flipped Charles Schwab in market cap. Talk about a shift in the time. To see XRP, a crypto asset that was really held back as much as possible by the regulators, flipping one of the largest financial institutions on earth. Incredible. And it's so early for XRP. I want you guys to think about this. This is one of the biggest things that I don't think enough people factor in. Think how early it is to XRP. Think how insanely early it is to XRP. And Schwab already has a greater market cap than XRP. In my opinion, that tells me that the market caps of these cryptocurrencies can easily be in the trillions. See what we got. KG, good to see you. Mickle Mafia goes deep in this community. Yeah, I completely agree. What's web? I'm sorry, I'm not sure what website I was on before. This is XP Market. This is probably the website I was on before that you were talking about. This is a great website for everything going on the XRP ledger. There's a DEX. There's a swap feature. There's an AMM. Meme pools. Take a look at your portfolio. Let's see how my AMM pool is doing. P&L of $160, not bad. And then there's also seasons too, guys. Check out some of these seasons. These seasons are a cool way where you can earn some free XPM token just by doing things. Like just by completing tasks, you can go earn some free XPM token. So, yo, if you're in the TikTok chat right now and you want to get some free tokens, go to xpmarket.com and go try to complete some of these tasks. There's a lot of cool tasks to get some free coins and start building up your knowledge of the XRP ledger. No, Taylor, I don't know the Charles Schwab story. Or maybe I do, but I if you don't mind, I would love to hear it again. See if it jogs my memory. Flipping the market cap of the incumbents is exactly right. And we're in such an early stage for XRP. I think a lot of things, guys, we're pretty close to flipping BlackRock. I'm not sure people know how small BlackRock's market cap really is. BlackRock's market cap is only like 150 billion. XRP's market cap is 138 billion. And this market cap for XRP isn't even correct, because if we take a look at XRP scan, go to XRP scan for a minute. Before we look at that, let's just take a look. 174 validators, beautiful. 827 nodes, that's looking really good. You take a look at XRP scan. What I don't like, there's no rich list tab. Like where I have to go here, XRP rich list. Yeah, so XRP scan says there's 62 billion XRP out there. XRP's price right now is $2.40. So if we do 62.25 times $2.40, we get 149 billion market cap. So XRP's actual market cap is 149 billion, which puts it well above Tether and puts it 1 billion away from taking out BlackRock. Take a look at this BLK stock. Yeah, okay, BlackRock is 157 billion. So we're pretty close to actually flipping BlackRock as well, which is crazy. Yeah, and I actually think we already did flip. I've talked about this all the time, but I really do think market cap should just be the price of the token. Wow, Taylor, that's crazy. Interesting. That's so funny that they said an online brokerage wasn't a good idea. It's literally changed the way all of investing works. Crypto Clay, that's awesome. He said my mom too, Taylor, cashed in her 401k to purchase Microsoft back in the day and bought 4 rental houses with her profit. That's incredible. Hey man, I think that's going to be a lot of us XRP holders. My grandpa bought like $100 or $1,000 of Amazon in like 1998. And yeah, you can imagine how that went. But like $100 or $1,000 of Amazon, I think that's like 100 to 200K now. But that's my thesis with like everything, right? Like, just buy, hold, let it sit, and look back 20 years from now, and if it's successful, it'll probably be a lot higher than it was. What are you scared to do, Tracy? Is market cap irrelevant when market cap is at the max and the price is still going up? What do you mean market cap is at the max? There really is no max for market cap. I think Bitcoin and XRP will end up having hundreds of trillions of dollars of market cap. Is that true? Taylor just sent me this. It's kind of mind-blowing. Take a look at this. You could have had a conversation with Picasso at the last French beheading by guillotine about the moon landing and the latest Star Wars film while holding a telephone buying Microsoft stock. All of those things happened in 1970. I didn't even know Microsoft was around in 1977. Was it a public stock? The chart doesn't even go back that far, but yeah, I'm sure it was. Founded in 1975. Wow. When did it go public, though? Okay, 1986. So unless you were investing privately, right? you weren't buying Microsoft stock, but that's still a very, very interesting post. Yeah, I mean, I've talked about this a lot on the channel. I feel like buying XRP now is like buying Microsoft in 1989. And guys, here's the thing. Microsoft in 1987 was 25 cents. Microsoft right now is $418. So I always find it so funny that Microsoft goes from 10 cents to $418, but people say XRP can't do that. Of course XRP can do it. Anything can do it. People get so worked up about realistic prices, but there's so many guides in history that show Microsoft 10 cents going to $400. Market cap means a nada. Market cap does not mean a single thing. If Microsoft is $3 trillion, XRP can be $500 trillion. Like, what is Microsoft like? Don't get me wrong, Microsoft's a great company, but they just create some basic office tools at the end of the day. Like, let's face it. I think XRP is going to be way more important. RPM says he was late because he didn't get any notification when I was going live. Well, first of all, RPM, thank you for showing up. And guys, just a fresh reminder, make sure you're always liking the stream, you're subscribing, you have bell notifications on. A lot of shadow bans on a lot of people in the XRP community. I know me specifically, I'm definitely shadow banned. So really appreciate everyone who does what they can to help beat those shadow bans. Super, super, super helpful. I think we got a bit of a green candle coming in for XRP, trying to do some kind of recovery. We'll see if XRP this weekend can kind of break through this resistance, or if we're kind of going to go back down and retest it at a later date. Crypto Clay says you've got to search for Mickle these days. That's how we know we're over the target. Oh yeah, heavily shadow banned. I know I'm shadow banned too, because I have my friends, like I always have my friends go on to YouTube and try to like search stuff and try to find me. And unless you like literally type in Mickle, it's like impossible to find me. I'm not complaining though. You know, for me, it's even more validation. Oh, none of you got notifications? That's YouTube for you. Doesn't really bother me though. Really doesn't bother me. You know, the shadow bans will be taken down eventually. Too many people will want to know about it. Too many people will come watch. The only way we beat the shadow ban is to subscribe to the channel, like the streams, and you know, there's only so much YouTube can do. You got a notification on X. Interesting. I actually feel like sometimes I'm more shadow banned on X than I am on YouTube. 1970, good to see you, man. I love that name, 1970 HODL. Yeah, I think YouTube just kind of hides everything cryptocurrency related except for a couple top people. Wow, yeah, everyone's saying that they have to type in to find the stream. Interesting. Well, that's incredible. No one got notifications, and we have 1,500 people in here right now. Incredible. I wish there was a better way to notify people. XRP is already high value. Price will follow. I completely agree. Completely agree with that statement. XRP is, I believe, one of the best value plays in all of crypto, to be completely honest with you. It's so nice when not only do I think XRP is like the best cryptocurrency out there, but it's also one of the best values in the cryptocurrency industry. Because I'm not normally a value guy. I normally don't pick something just because I think it's a good value. Like, I'll pick the number one thing even if it's overvalued, but I think XRP is heavily undervalued. Mass email, yeah, it's just too much work. Like, one of the things I value about these live streams is being like, where's my owl? What do you mean? One of the things I value about these live streams is just being able to Taylor, I have no idea what you're talking about. One of the things I value about these live streams is just being able to being able to kick up these live streams and instantly be going. So I don't really want to add too much more work around setting up the live streams. I mean, every morning I'm up at like 5 a.m. Eastern, hit a workout, get back here, make myself some food, get a head start on checking out all the news, see what I'm going to talk about, then come back here and get the live stream going. And with all that going on, you know, I don't want to add like a mass email to that step, nor do I want to be sending out mass emails. Really, I kind of hate mass emails. Take a look at some more coins on XP Market. Let's see what's up big over the last 7 days. XRP on XRP. SLT. Bitcoin on XRP. Ward. All the meme coins. All the meme coins are pumping. Interesting. Oh, look at that. XPM airdrop has started. So it looks like you have to make an account on Mexi, enter the ID, deposit $100 worth of crypto, complete a $100 trade, and you get an XPM airdrop. Very interesting. For anyone wanting to complete that, wow. $100K reward for doing that? $100K XPM reward? Might have to jump on that real quick. Colin, can you send me that in an XDM if you don't mind? And we can check out that blockchain backer first 5 minutes. I haven't watched a blockchain backer video in a while. I'd love to check that out. Let me take a look at what DFIN just sent me.
Of relevant networks outside of Africa, the other one was Ripple. And that's how our journey with Ripple started, because we believe around the world, obviously, once you've done the card rails and you do some specific networks like China, that we believe the payment network that will be relevant there will be specific to China, and we've done some work there. Of relevant networks outside of Africa, the other one was Ripple. And that's how our journey with Ripple started, because we believe around the world, obviously, once you've done the card rails and you do some specific networks like China that we believe the payment network that will be relevant there will be specific to China, and we've done some work there.
It's very interesting how big Ripple already is with China. It seems like Ripple does have some pretty deep ties in China. It's just really hard to get any information on that. All right, let's take a look at this BCB video.
Hey, what's going on, everybody?
guys?
This is the
everybody.
Blockchain Backer, bringing you the latest cryptocurrency news and analysis. Today, we're going to be talking about the XRP price chart as this ranging price action continues to play out. Now, it's not surprising considering we've seen the whole market kind of pause out here once the altcoin market hit the all-time high. And we've spent the last week looking at ranging context to see if we are approaching what would be the end of a range for a continuation breakout to the upside. In yesterday's video, I talked about my thoughts, how I think we are definitely getting much closer to that, but there might still have to be a bull flag or two that would have to happen before we can actually escape from our range. I don't find it to be completely necessary because I've shown things over here like on Hedera hash graph and how this is really the structure of where you would be at in this moment right now before a bigger break just showed up. However, I have found another ranging context that again reiterates that idea that I think we are very, very, very close to the end of this range and that we could see it break to the upside as early next week. As I'm recording this, this is Friday morning. So we're talking maybe Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Again, timing's very difficult to predict, but I will show you why I'm saying that. As we know, the price of XRP really rampaged all of November. Then once it got to December, market was really optimistic that we were going to continue going higher, just kind of doing copy paste and being like, no, look, we'll just keep going like this. But my thoughts were that we would enter a range. Now the last week has just been about finding the end of this range. And well, to kind of give you an example of ranges like this that can go into these big breakouts, these run-ups, and then really just run sideways, right? So if this was peaking, if this was topping, one, you would have thought that this would have broken down and this would have become a resistance level. Essentially, you got back into retracement levels, rejecting from the retracement levels, breaking to a new low, only for it to continue and then that be the peak. Instead, we've done a fantastic job just maintaining this range, which is like what happens when a continuation is happening. And here's an example of something running up big. This is like Bitcoin back in 2023 and 2024. And to give you an example of what that run up looked like and then a sideways consolidation to then ultimately break up and go higher, just to kind of show you that. And even here, even in this developed range in here, we have really the exact things we would be looking for. You have all the phases in here where we have an ABC correction, ABC correction. Notice going back to the top of the range with one little push, back to the top of the range with one little push, followed by a liquidation, followed by a liquidation. Look at that. You can see those happening there, right? Finally, this sideways waddling, and then, nope, we're okay. And sideways waddling, nope, we're okay, right? So my thoughts are we are really, really...
It's very interesting because if you take a look at what BCB is saying, we don't do the same chart analysis. Our chart analysis tends to be a little different, but if you take a look at what I've been saying on the daily chart, it's really very similar. I've been talking about XRP coming back down here before really pumping back up next. You take a look at what BCB is predicting, it's almost the same exact thing. Different charts, different rationale, but the same end result. And I always love to see that. I love when people are looking at different things and come out to pretty much the same exact conclusion.
Developed in this range, but it kind of reiterates still that idea that maybe there's a little bit of a bull flag that's got to pull back in here where prices could still pull back down into the $2 and teens, but that the range is really nearly developed, whether you're using bigger time frames, smaller time frames, this is a nearly fully developed range. And even if we're looking at other ranges on other assets, they're telling us we're developed ranges at this point. So I wanted to give you another example of what a continuation range looks like and the phases of a continuation range, and that we've done almost all of it. And if you continued at that same momentum, why did I say early next week? Well, because if it stayed at that same pace that it's been at, it'd be like, you know, Monday, we kind of start off in a slumper down into the $2 and teens, and then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, it gets kind of kicked off. So just to kind of give you a time frame of, you know, where are you in this range? How long have you been in this range? How much longer do they typically last for? Here's an example of one where we've really done all these phases on this timetable, and that can kind of give you an idea. Will it continue at that time frame? I have no idea. But this is the time frame it has moved at, and can kind of set some expectations maybe if we were to continue doing it. And while this type of move is no different than what we're talking about right here, right? It's really the same thing. It's a little ABC correction happening in there. That's a little ABC correction happening in there. So I think it's reasonable, but I also think, you know, we're getting to the point of no sleep season after that. Obviously, it's been exciting in the market leading up to this, but I really characterize it as like, I just don't think we're in no sleep season yet. I've been through so many of them that I just I kind of know what it's like. But I do think, you know, once this range breaks, we do enter into no sleep season where things are very intense throughout the market. It'll likely be accompanied by the altcoin market finally getting into a new all-time high. And then everybody will be sitting there wondering, where's the top? Is it only there in like $8, $9, $10, $11? Or is it in the 20s? Or is it in the 30s? It's going to be the big difficult thing for everybody, because at the same time, while we're in no sleep season, everybody's like really lit up on dopamine at the same time, and it gets a lot harder to think clearly, right? So like in an event like that, you know, I hate to even show this on the chart because there's going to be some dude in markets in the morning who's going to say, do you still think it's going to $36? No, no. But a break like this would get us, you know, to that $9, $10, $11 area. That is my primary TP1, which is take profit one level. Then we all get to argue till we're blue in the face of whether or not, is there another one beyond that? Is there not another one beyond that? You know, in the event that XRP gets there into the 9s, that would be a 1,800% rise in a matter of just a few months. It's a TP level for me no matter what. And even going back to, you know, the depths of despair of, you know, being back in here after the FTX collapse and everything, right? It's 2,800%. And then for those who are around who are just here during all the stuff way before that, right? From the SEC, it's up 5,000, 22.5 cent days. It's up 4,000%, right? 17.
Introducing.
Got to quickly mute on these ads. Not trying to get demonetized here.
$19 being up 8,000%. So it's like a place I'll be taking some action at. And then we'll just have to kind of, you know, assess it at that time if there's going to be anything more than that. But, you know, that's primary level. That's you know, that's the thing I've talked about for years. That area, we get there. You know, I'm going to expect the crowd to be aggressive there, saying, no, 20 to 30 to $40. But, you know, it is what it is. But either way, I'm
See you later, Tracy. Have a good day.
We're all going to yell at each other and argue where the top is at. Because I do think we're getting near the point in time where we are about to escape the range. And I think it could come as early as next week. And just a little side note too, like, of course, when we're running up, everybody's really excited, right?
Appreciate you for sharing that, Colin. That's great. That's great. It's super interesting to see me and BCB really looking at something very similar, but different ways to come to that conclusion. So I guess that makes me even more confident that we will see. Oh, whoops. Some kind of mini pullback before we make that next big leg up. Real Wisdom says, wow, XPM, good shout out. Yeah, no problem. Big fan of XPM. I'm amazed that many of us have hung in there. So many, here comes the moon, but I'm not complaining. Guys like you are who really helped decent people, who are really decent people, have helped me hang in there. Oh, no problem, CR. You know, my goal was always just to come on here and tell you guys why I was still bullish. And if you guys agreed with me, then that's great. If you disagreed me, then that's great. All I want to do is come here and put my theses out there. That way people can learn and say, oh, well, he's bullish for this reason. Maybe I'm bullish for a different reason. Maybe I'm bullish for the same reason. Maybe I think he's completely wrong and I think he's talking crap. So it's really just to put my thoughts out there so everyone can kind of see what I see and see how they agree with those things or don't agree. Blockchain backers to the top was like 3 weeks ago. See, you know, I agree with a lot of blockchain backers' shorter term moves. I disagree with some of the longer term moves, but there's nothing wrong with that, right? Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, I don't think we're going to continue to see these 80, 85, 90% corrections. I think the price is going to be a lot more sustained. I generally agree with you, Taylor. We'll see what ends up happening. Typically over time, markets get less volatile and gains become more sustained, especially if you're getting mass adoption. I think XRP is positioned to be able to do that. I generally agree. I don't think anyone really knows what utility will do. I think TA is all great. I think TA can get you some nice short-term movements, figure out what's happening. And then when utility kicks in, I think it's really hard to forecast just how crazy stuff can get. Cowboy, sorry. Cowboy, that's a great comment. Never had a utility run in history, so we have no idea what that's going to look like moving forward. I agree. We've never had a utility run. We've never had mass adoption. We've never had the United States turned online. We have no idea what that's going to look like. I love that. Everyone's 2 cents are worth 2 cents. I can, yep. This is the daily time frame right here. Taylor says if XRP is actually integrated, it will have 24/7 demand. I absolutely agree with that. Yeah, YouTube is definitely doing some fishy stuff in terms of kind of blocking capabilities to get on the live stream. But, you know, the best way to beat that shadow ban is just to make sure you like and subscribe. You like and subscribe, it's going to be very hard for YouTube to stop people from getting onto the live stream, and eventually we'll break that shadow ban. So this is the 5-minute time frame. Is the consensus to sell or hold through utility? I think it all depends what your plan is. If you have things you can do to improve your life where selling would benefit you, then sell some and take profits. If you're already in a good financial position and you're young and you're looking to just hold XRP through and through, then maybe it doesn't make sense to sell some. So me personally, I'm taking profits from a lot of other things, not necessarily XRP. Like there's a whole bunch of things that I'd be happy to take some profits from if they got to prices that I thought were kind of overvalued to the point where it wouldn't make sense for me to sell any XRP. Because if XRP dropped, I would just take those profits and buy more XRP. But if you're sitting there with $400,000 in debt and you can pay off $400,000 of debt and still have half your bag, I mean, that's a great decision. Yeah, 1970, that's certainly possible. That's certainly possible. I am very optimistic what's going to be happening in the United States, but we'll see. This is really the big moment. As exciting as it is with Trump coming in, I mean, this is kind of the time where if we really do get those regulations, I mean, it's time for prime time. This industry needs to live up to its full potential. And I think we're finally in the opportunity to do that. I fully think it will, but we got to see what happens. I'm literally still winded from my workout this morning. It's crazy. I am beat up. Yeah, well, given that XRP is a blue chip, given that XRP is a lot larger, the thought process is that XRP is a lot closer to mass adoption and holding those gains a lot better. Yeah, I never cared about my P&L on XRP either. It just doesn't seem like it makes a lot of sense for me to focus too much. Yeah, 1970, I think our big confirmation was when we did this. When we closed that new all-time high on the monthly and the yearly, to me, that was confirmation. Like we have a new monthly and yearly all-time high. I mean, that's confirmation right there. And guys, just on the scenario thing, right? Like if you could be like, this is why whenever anyone asks like, oh, what should I do? What should I do? I never answer. Like you could be a 20-year-old invested in XRP. You can have zero debt. You can have 40K in XRP, right? And that's going to be very different than someone who has 1 million XRP, but $3 million in debt. So, and that's going to be very different than someone who has 10 million XRP, but is 85 years old. Everything is different. So you've got to assess it person by person. And that's why when people come in here and they're like, oh, what's the consensus? Like, what are people doing? Look, if I took the advice that I would give someone who is 85, I would probably, I'd probably be putting myself in a pretty bad position. And if the person who is 85 took the advice I would give myself, they would be in a bad position. So you got to realize that everyone's different. Dev, bro, thank you so much for sending the rose. I don't know what that means, but I appreciate it nevertheless. DevBro says it only takes 100,000 transactions to burn one XRP coin. Yeah, I think we're going to see the burn rate of XRP increasing significantly. But this chart right here, I think, says it all. I don't think there will ever be a scenario where all the XRP is used or burned up, because they'll just slowly lower the amount of XRP burned with every transaction. So as XRP gets higher and higher in price, you can actually lower the amount of XRP burned with each transaction, because all the burning does is anti-spam, right? You can't spam the network if you're losing X amount of XRP on every transaction. But if XRP is $1 million, then you can burn a lot less and it still has the same economic effect on the person trying to spam the network. So as XRP goes up in price, you can lower the burn rate of XRP to make more sense. You wouldn't want a scenario where you burned all the XRP, right? That wouldn't be good. If capital gains taxes were eliminated on XRP, I actually think you would see a I think you would see a $15 XRP in the matter of a day. I think it'd be insane. Because not only would XRP be XRP for all the reasons we love it, but it would instantly turn into a financial vehicle that has never been seen before in the United States. And you'd almost be like insane not to take that risk with the no capital gains implications. We'll see what happens there. I think it would also increase buying and selling a lot. I think it would make the volume go up a lot. Dave Nelson says it makes perfect sense to me to hold until Ripple stops selling OTC and sees what happens. Yeah, I mean, for me, like, here's the thing with me for XRP, and a lot of people know this, like, I'm invested in a lot of different things, right? I'm invested in a lot of different companies, private equity, public equity, a couple different cryptocurrency networks. And for me, I look at everything very long term, but I was invested in XRP because I believed Ripple could really do something on a global scale with XRP. So until I am convinced that's not really going to happen, or it does happen, then I'm just not really interested in selling much XRP, right? Like if my thesis was always that Ripple would be able to achieve something on a global scale, then I'm here to see that thing achieved, or I'm here to say, okay, well, I don't think that's going to happen anymore. So until I can come to that conclusion, I'm just really not interested in selling any large amount of XRP. I really think we're in the first inning of a 9-inning baseball game. Like Ripple is just getting the rules they need to be able to actually run a real cryptocurrency business. We are a long way from maturity, a very long way from maturity. It's important to realize, like, that's just some people aren't here to see that great vision, right? Some people are just here to trade. Some people are here to just flip XRP, which is perfectly fine. But that's not why I'm here, right? I'm here for something bigger. If XRP is literally your only investment, it's the only thing you're exposed to, then that changes things, right? That changes things. But for me, it was always XRP was kind of zero or hero, that type of investment. And I'm more convinced than ever now that it will be hero, but there's just a million other things XRP, I can confidently say, is probably the last thing in my portfolio I'd be inclined to sell. Kevin, thank you. There are so many things I'd be like, yep, sell that. And then XRP, it's just like, not selling that. Caleb says, get yourself a good financial advisor and study up on what you have. Yeah, I think that's great advice. The big problem right now is most financial advisors just don't know about cryptocurrency. So they'll probably just tell you to sell all of it. But get one who knows cryptocurrency. Or get a financial advisor and then get another one who knows cryptocurrency. All-time. Do I work out? Yeah, I work out probably 4 to 5 times a week. Normally I work out before I get on the live stream. It's actually pretty much every single time. So I get up at like 5 a.m., go hit my workout. It's crazy. My body just doesn't require a whole lot of sleep. So I normally go to bed around like 11:30ish, and then I'm normally up at 5 to go hit my workout. And like, you should see me. I'm like a zombie, but I have a good trainer who kicks my butt. So it's nice for me because it's like I have these super long days, right? Like many of you probably know, like I'm live streaming at 8 a.m. Eastern, and then I'll be live streaming again at 8 p.m. Eastern. Like that's a 12-hour day. But like the hardest part of my day is always over after I get that morning workout in. Like everything else after that just feels easy. So that's why I like it so much. It's like I get done with that, I was like, all right, I can do anything now. I got up at 5 a.m. on 5 hours of sleep. Just did 150 deadlifts. Like, what's next? Like, I can do anything. And it's funny too, because I'll wake up at like 8 some days, like right before the live stream. And I feel more tired and more groggy when I wake up at 8 than I do at 5 a.m. Don't get me wrong, it's not fun going at 5 a.m. Like I hate it. But like it just changes my whole mindset. So good for me. All right, guys, with that said, I got to jump. Got to start the day. Guys, thank you so much for coming. If anything else interesting happens later, I will go live. It seems to me we probably have a couple days left of consolidation if me and BCB are seeing the same things and we're right about what's happening here. Seems like me and BCB both kind of think come back down real quick, retest, and then make that next push up. But, these things are never an exact science. Labu, I used to have the same problem. What I actually did was I actually joined, and this is going to sound funny because I never thought I'd be like a CrossFit plug. But I actually joined CrossFit because you go there and like you just get the most intense workout of your entire life, and you can't be there longer than an hour. Like every single day I'm like ready to like pass out and throw up. Like I know that sounds crazy, but like I can't do anymore. Like I did a workout on Tuesday and I wasn't sure if I could go today because like my legs just didn't even feel like I could get out of my chair. So like, that's what I kind of like about that. It's like I physically cannot be there long because I'm dead. And the thing that threw me off at first was like, I was like, all right, well, like I want to do what I want to do. Like, I don't want to do what someone else wants me to do. But then I kind of just mix in my own stuff. Like today we did deadlifts and lunges, but I didn't really want to do lunges. I was like, you know, I'll just incorporate some dumbbell presses. And like, that's what I did. And it was like just as good of a workout. So that's one of the things I like about it. It's a lot more high intensity and you really feel like you get a lot in a very short amount of time. All right, guys, with that said, that's enough workout.